Yeah, after that, you just switch back to DPS, and you have to heal while also damaging him, okay? And that's basically it. If you're strong enough to defeat him, you're strong enough to defeat all the other bosses in the game. Hey, welcome to my Perilous Moons quest in Old School RuneScape. I should be able to beat him in this round. The quicker you get to the light circle, the better. There we go. One more swing. Pwned. 5D. 10D. The Blood Moon Jaguar in 10D. Insane. Did you even know this angle existed? Bet you didn't. Because you don't pay attention. I beat this boss 110 times. You think this is a game? And I just stayed on a blood puddle for too long. So that heals up the boss. Thankfully, the Bando's Godsword special attacks, they lower his defense, strength, and attack in that order. He's weak to slash. So, Dragon Scimitar from Monkey Madness 1. Welcome to my Perilous Moons video. I'm going to walk through a little bit more and about Varlamore in Old School RuneScape. Fortis Coliseum, so I'm just going to teleport over there. Hey, welcome to my Old School RuneScape video for Perilous Moons. So I just teleported to Varlamore. Yo. You ever just like see something so cool in a video game that you just straight up lose it? And you just start talking. Alright, so yeah, the Blood Moon boss, essentially after the tentacles you step here, and after the ice blocks you step here. You're going to use your Smash Dance and Enable Piety, and the lights don't really matter as much since the Blue Moon is way easier, similar to the Eclipse Moon as a boss than the Blood Moon. Once you beat the Blood Moon, you basically already won. So essentially for this boss, she's weak to Crush. So I recommend obviously Darok's Great Axe, because it has high crush stats. The Bando's Godsword also has high crush stats, and the Dual Machio has really great crush stats and great stab stats, so it's great in crush stance versus the Blue Moon, and it's great with stab stance versus the Eclipse Moon. So for this part, you essentially just have to punch the block, and then for the first part, with the tentacles, you just run to each of the braziers and light them. And that's basically this entire boss fight. Is a very strong slash weapon, and if I go to my bank, I'm going to actually take out an Osmumton Fang, which has really good stab bonus. So the Dual Machio, which you can get as a possible reward from the Blood Moon boss, in addition to the Blood Moon armor set, if you fight about 200 times, you'll get all of the armor pieces, which would take about 25 to 30 hours in total. But you'll also make about 30 to 50 million gold in the time being. You can right click and take fishing supplies from here. So let's head over and grab some food. I'm going to heal up beforehand or while fishing, it doesn't matter. You could actually drink your prayer potions while fishing too. You just have to right click and exit in order to exit the fishing area. But once you catch and fill up your entire thing, you can just head out. That's funny too. Actually hilarious. Which has the Coliseum in it. So you buy from the GE, the Grand Exchange, you could buy a Civitas Illa Fortis teleport, and you could come here after you do Children of the Sun quest per my How to Get to Varlamore video. And obviously you could do Twilight's Promise by speaking with the twins north of the fountain inside of this building. And after you do Twilight's Promise quest, you can unlock Quetzal Fast Teleportation. So I'm going to select Travel with the Quetzal, and I'm going to select Tiamat. So I just arrived at Tiamat. What's really cool about this area is essentially if you have a jug of wine from the GE, you could bless it up here and then add Sunfire Splinters to it. At which point you could run north to the library from Twilight's Promise, and per my Blessed Bone Shards video, you can bless the Bone Shards. And you just place the jug of wine into the thing, and you just get a ton of prayer EXP. Okay. So essentially, you climb down the mountain, and you're just going to head into Napotsley to fight the Perilous Moons. After you do Twilight's Promise quest, you speak with the gnome or whatever on the bridge over here. I think his name is Atala or something. And then essentially you do Perilous Moons quest to get access to the Perilous Moon bosses, whom I've beaten approximately 110 times now. And essentially, yeah, this new Varlamore expansion, doing Perilous Moons is huge. Obviously, it's very difficult to get your thieving to 54 to do a Kingdom Divided where I fought Zamper and Judge of Yama. And I unlocked, obviously, Beneath Karend, where I fought Skatizo, by leveling about 24 hours to gather the Dark Totem pieces to fight Skatizo down there. And I was using the Slayer Trainer. Not only, obviously, can you get Blessed Bone Shards to sacrifice, per my Blessed Bone Shards video, to level your prayer rapidly, or you can mine them as well, instead of doing the Lunar Chest by beating all 3 bosses. But you can check your scoreboard with Ayat Lally over here. And you could actually also buy Arcane Prayer Scroll for level 77 to use Augury Prayer. And you could buy the Dexterous Prayer Scroll to use Rigor, okay, which increases your range attack, and the other one increases your magical attack and defense. But I mean, leveling up to there, you'll need the Blessed Bone Shards from these bosses. And again, obviously the scoreboard here, you can see how many times you've won. Wow. And keep in mind, your agility at the Agility Wilderness course, you could opt in to receive Blighted Manta Rays and Blighted Anglerfish while you're doing laps in the wilderness.